here. Doing a little short update. Did upload the first podcast. Very horrible audio. Not great. Um, got the oxygen machine in the background, so gonna adjust to that and try to get a better spot to record from so that I can update and post a better um, podcast. Haven't got any views on it yet, but the Off the Bridge is going. I got I got my buddy Billy. He's going off the bridge today. Matter of fact, for his first time. So he's going off the same bridge that I named the podcast after, the old Humpback Bridge in Homosassa, Florida. If it's still accessible, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not 100% on that, but pretty sure it's still accessible. The other bridge they put fencing up on, and you can't get off that bridge anymore. But Humpback Bridge was a little bit higher, but also deeper, so less risk, but more adrenaline, I guess. Maybe. It's a good 18 feet from the top of the bridge to the bottom, or to the water, depending on tide. I told him to make sure tide was high because he needed at least 7 feet, or at least in the middle. So hopefully he found his way down there. He's living down there where I grew up, and he needed a recreational break, and not one including alcohol or drugs. So I told him, hey, you can always go jump off the bridge, bro. And it's not that far from you. It's only about a 40-minute walk from where he's at, so not too bad. So hopefully he found it, and I'll hear back from him later. And if he's as much of a swimmer as he says he is, and he could swim right out to the springs, and he'll have a blast all day long. That's what we used to do all summer long. Still kind of early spring, but warm in Florida for sure. Warm enough to jump in the river, and jump out. I say you're gonna get dirty getting out, you're gonna have to crawl through some weeds and some stuff like that, but you'll never forget it. That's for sure. Never forget jumping off that bridge. Just hopping off, You gotta go for it sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta know what you can do. Gotta know what you can do. Alright, who we got in here? We got Timothy Dennis. Welcome in. And Ajam Hussan. Welcome. Chris, welcome. Welcome anybody else in here as well. Either way, just a short update on the live stream here on YouTube, as I transition to the podcast version of my live streams and my videos. Still plan on doing some videos on YouTube, doing some coin stuff, doing some collecting stuff, but I haven't got anything exactly planned for the YouTube streams yet, but the podcast will bring me to it. I've been coming to new realizations every day that have enlightened me, more and more. You can check my Facebook page as well, and you'll see some of the things that I've shared and whatnot. My young partner, not partner, but business partner, Billy, is he's 21, so he hasn't really had a father figure around or anybody, to really teach him, anything as far as it goes with, how we get to this level at our age. You know what I mean? It doesn't come without, some heartache, heartbreak, some, life lessons, some things that you just can't, understand immediately. But I have been blessed with the clarity to be able to, you know, articulate that to him in a way in which he can understand. So, and that's the prime goal of the Off the Bridge podcast is going to be the bridge between generations of Gen X and Gen Z. So that's kind of where it's going. But it's going to be entertainment, mostly. Entertainment oriented, hobbies oriented, because there's going to be a lot of fishing, a lot of fun stuff that we do. And we'll do clips and stuff for the podcast as well. We'll upload it all to Spotify. But yeah, you can check it out on Spotify. It's the Off the Bridge podcast. And we'll get Billy in there, and he's going to do an introduction as well. He hasn't had the time to do it yet, or hasn't had the patience to do it yet. I mean, this new generation has about a 30-minute attention span at max. That's about it, and that's how we have oriented ourselves on YouTube as Gen Xers, is by keeping it to the 30-minute level, because that's about as many minutes as most people are going to indulge upon before they switch it off or flip the screen to something else. So we'll keep it there, and we'll just keep moving forward. Did have another update. We got a new partner in crime today. Well, yesterday actually. That is Rusty Maximilian Burden the Third. My childhood dog growing up was Rusty, and he passed away really before I grew up at all. And then my dog was Max, who was Husky and Chow Mix. And then my second Rusty was the pick of the litter from Billy's father and mother's dogs, who I helped him procure. And all I asked for was pick of the litter when they had him. And Rusty the first, or the second, was stolen from me the first day I put him out. So I had him in a garage where he could go in and out and on a chain so he could go pee, and I had to go to work because I had to put him outside because he ate into my bed, he ate into my mattress, and threw out all the stuffing, like completely tore up my mattress. So I had to put him outside while I was at work, at least, and then when I came back I'd bring him in. But first day I put him out, he got stolen. He was a beautiful little brindle boy, but haven't had the heart to have another dog since then, partly because of the fact of losing him, and then other part was the fact of having small apartments, or I don't feel like it's fair to keep a large dog in a small apartment at all. They need room to run. They gotta have ground level. Or right now we're on ground level. I got a stake to put in the ground with a 25-foot runner, and then I also have the farm at my brother's house that I can bring him to if need be, to let him run free. He's got 15 acres out there. Hey, Doug Harding, welcome in. Good to see you. Been a while. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, so just acclimating Rusty to the house. He's tired. He's sleeping. He's sleepy. And of course, as soon as I get ready to take a nap, he's gonna be fucking zoomy. You know how that goes. He's 10 months old, so he's the perfect age though. He's got time to learn, and I have experience training huskies. He'll be a service animal for my mother. That was my main goal, is so that he could alert me if there's something wrong. there's been many nights I've had to spend awake, looking after my mother to make sure she doesn't have a seizure or something like that. And I'm rather sure that Rusty will be able to detect that and alert me to it prior to, the happening. So that way I can sleep a little bit easier at night. And it's always good to have a new friend. Can't beat it. Also, shout out my nephew Waylon for his birthday today. Send him some Robux. That's all the kid's interested in is the Roblox, but and video games. He's good on video games. That is one thing I am going to do. I will live stream some video games, some Diablo 4 play. Diablo 4, period. Play. Just to identify that correctly. But yeah, I can live stream right off my Xbox, so I'll be able to do that. Get that going. You'll just hear my voice in the background, and you'll see the gameplay. I just like to just get in and tear up demons. Because now, at the end of the day, that's what I am now. I'm a demon hunter. Hunt them down, take them out. Do what you gotta do. You gotta be a spiritual warrior at some point. That's some of the stuff that I posted on my Facebook wall as well. Is that, you get to a certain age and your fears disappear and the mission becomes clear. So, you got to balance the scales at some point. You know what I mean? Some of us have taken the scales really heavy on the wrong side for a long time. And a lot of us that have done that are the ones that will have to be on the front line when the time comes. We'll have to balance those scales back out. So, but you gotta walk through hell before you can reign in heaven. That's just what it is. Gotta be there. Gotta do it. Not a Bible thumper by any means. I've never read it myself. I've read some verses and some scripture, but, not the whole thing, for sure. So, still got a lot to learn when it comes to that. And, I don't even know if the church is the right place for me to learn that. I'm just kind of processing it as it comes to light into my head, as I see it happen in front of me. I can't argue with facts. Nobody can argue with facts. When you see something happen and it adds up, when the math adds up, it adds up. That's where it is. So, do the math, figure out which side of the road you want to be on, and that's where you got to go. It's for me, it's never been about either side. It's just been about the way I want to live. That's how I operate. But I still operate with kindness and and a fair judgment of people, and give everybody a chance. And if they've earned me, then I don't have to give them another chance to burn me. That's just where it comes. I don't know anybody from Maryland, so unless, no, I don't think so. Couldn't be him. I guess it could be, but probably not. But either way, we got one viewer again. Who we got in here? Either way, this wasn't meant to be a long live stream. I was just giving a short update as to the reason for no updated content in the last week. I've been working on getting Rusty. Had to get him vaccinated and shots and, and neutered and all the things and get him registered as a service animal in training to allow him into the apartment complex because they don't allow animals. And then I'll have to get him insurance or renter's insurance as well so that he's covered there. But all that stuff will happen on Monday and he'll be good to go. But he's got a new forever home. And I can't believe that I got a full-blooded husky. Full-blooded husky from an animal shelter, but nevertheless, there he is. He was there when I looked, and he was already named Rusty. They named him Rusty. I didn't name him. They named him. So, it was meant to be. So, and he might even be a miniature because he's only like 45 pounds. It's not that big. He gets his cone off tomorrow. About one more day with the cone. One more full day with the cone. Well, day and a half, I guess. And then I can take the cone off. And he'll be okay. So he doesn't lick his stitches out because they're removed. They're stitches that don't have to be removed. They're dissolvable stitches. So he'll be good to go. But anyways, Mickey Rob's Banks. I'm heading out. Love you guys. Thank you for subscribing, liking, watching. All of it's appreciated. Also got some other stuff that is working in the background. Mama's doing some artwork, some stuff like that. So I'll be posting some of the stuff to my pages, and you guys will see a little bit of it. May do, an auction one-time auction for some artwork. If you guys have anything that you are specifically interested in, let me know in the comments, and I will look through the hundreds of coloring books that she has on the bookshelf to try to find you a picture that coincides with your likes, and she can color it, and she's really good at that for sure. So there's animals, gnomes, showgirls, you name it. There's probably nothing that isn't on that shelf that she couldn't color, or that wouldn't fit your likes or your needs. But yeah, we'll probably do that at a one-time deal. And yeah, it's not going to be much, but, we'll figure it out. We'll work it out. Hopefully multiples, small price, multiple items, maybe lots, like do a lot of 5 horse pictures or dog pictures or fairy pictures or whatever, whatever it is, whatever the likes are. I'll grab a collection from the comments, and I'll try to put together a show for you guys and put it on display. It'll be 50-cent dollar starting bid plus shipping, and then once we reach $10 or more, we'll waive shipping, move from there, etc. So yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments. Let me know what your guys' likes are, and check out the Off the Bridge podcast on Spotify. And I will be updating another episode 2 will be coming out within the week. So it is Saturday now. By next Saturday, I expect to post every Saturday. That's my goal right now, is every Saturday. So I will post my new episode every Saturday on Spotify, and you guys can check it out on Off the Bridge on Spotify. And I'll also update you in a community feed on my YouTube so that you guys can check it out. And I'll do better with the audio so that way we can, you guys can hear it a little bit more, and I'll be a little bit more focused as far as being concerned about the noise and etc. I'll make sure I get out of the house, or go into the bathroom or wherever I can go to be quiet, where I don't have to hear the oxygen machine and all the other stuff. I mean, can't necessarily just leave, but can definitely change it up a little bit so that we can reduce the background noise. So until then, Mickey Robs Banks signing out. Happy hunting.